Hello, Professor Muhammad Waji here. I'm here to present this presentation for the midterm. This is the question 1 of the midterm. So I named it my array, the file as requested on the question, and I also named the class my array as requested in the question. Then I created this main function as I thought that this would do the job, and then I created the uh, integers array for saving the integers. Then I created a scanner to take the entry. Then I printed this line. Then I created the integer variable to take the entry. Then I'm over here, I'm taking the entry. Then over here in this if statement we check that if the value entered is greater than 0 and lesser than 1001, then we would over there in the entry value, this is the logic I use. So the whatever value user is going to enter, it's going to be between 1 to 1000 and 1000, right? So I created the array with those things. So whichever number is repeated, it will be uh, incremented in the array at that position. Over here, if the value entered by the user is lesser than 0 or more than 1001, then I would just show them this error and the code will go on, keep taking the entry. This was not required in the question, but I felt like it is good to have a validation, right, in our code for the users. This is a while loop, do while loop. So first this will happen and then it will check the while this statement. If this is true, it will go back. Keep happening until it finds 0 as an entry to end the loop. Then over here we have a for loop to display the values. This one will check if the for this is the logic now. So in the integers they have 1 to 1000. So it will check which values were entered. So which of the values are greater than 0, like at least incremented one time. This means that they are entered by the users, so they are there. Then it will come to this if statement. This one will check if the value is more than 1 to implement this thing na? If the value is more than 1, then it will output the times. If it is not more than 1, then it will output time once. Okay, so let me show you the code. Oh, yeah. Okay, so over here I will enter 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then how about something way above? Okay, so this will give us the error, and then we can enter the 0. Okay, see, we got the error 10,000 ways as it is either greater than 1000 or lesser than 0. Then I entered the 0, so it shows us the correct figures. Like 1 is only 1, 2 is 1, only 3 is 3 times. How many times is it? 3 times. Then 4 is 1 time, 5 is 1 time, 6 is 1 time. That is it. So this is the question number 1. Now we will move on to question number 2. This is very similar to the last assignment, which was about the triangle. This one is about the rectangle. So over here, instead of 3 things, it is asking for 2. I created 2 variables, the width and the height. Over here, as requested in the question, the default constructor will initialize with the default values, the rectangle. These were the default values, width 3, height 4. Now the second request the question which requests us to make a constructor with given values with height. Yeah, one more thing. This file is also rectangle, and the uh, class is also rectangle, and it extends to the geometric shape as requested in the question. Over here, we made the getters as requested in the question. Returns width, returns height. Over here, we are returning the perimeter, which is width plus height for a rectangle. Over here, we're returning the area, width into height. Then over here, we're returning the, oh sorry, we set, these are the setters. So we're setting the width, we're setting the height. And this is the string. So this, sorry, this is toString function. This will do this, generate this string as requested in the question. As I said, it is very similar to the last assignment. So as it was very similar to the last assignment, the testing methods in the main are almost very similar to the last assignment of what I did over here. So in this one, I am testing everything. This over here, we're testing the constructor. First, we will scan all these values. Then these will go to the constructor now. Constructor is being tested. Our okay, then our setter is being tested over here. Our setters for geometric shape. Our get area function is being tested, toString is being tested, our get perimeter function, get color function, get color and is field is from the geometric shape function class. So now I will show you the geometric shape function class. So over here there is a geometric shape class. These are the, what do you call it, the variables requested in the question. This is the constructor, default constructor. Then this is the constructor. When you give the values, it sets the values according to the values given. These are, sorry, this is a getter, this is a setter, this is a field function, checking if the value is filled or not. This will return a boolean. And this is also, this is yeah, this is a setter, and this one is the struct for get area and get parameters. So yeah, so now we will run this function. Sorry, yeah, to test it. Okay, so it is asking for the width. How about we give it something easier so we can understand? 5, both are 5. Then the color of red, true. Now you see, we get the answers. So it shows us that our setters are working. Oh, sorry, our constructor is working. This shows us the area is working function, the parameter function is working, our setters worked, and our getters are also working. This shows us the both things. Yeah. So this was the question number 2. Now we will go to the question number 3. This is the question number 3. This is also named align and align class as requested in the question. In this question, we will have also I thought that the main function is good enough. I could do the job with it. I created three, oh sorry, I added these libraries as requested in the question, AWT and swim. Then I created these 3 buttons, and these are the text values, okay, cancel, help. Then over here I created this label and text field. So yeah, this is just to show that, okay, I'll show you the code. So I tried my best to put some space between these text fields and these buttons and make them a bit smaller. I tried using this set size function, although it's working below for the frame, but it's not working for the text field or buttons or anything. It's I also tried setting margins. I tried to find something from the notes. I tried my best. I couldn't. So I thought I should just show it now that I tried my best. But yeah, this is the best I could do. So tried my best to make it as similar to what you showed in the question. Is this as size? Then same thing. I created the label and text fields. I also created the checkboxes. Okay. Now comes the part of designing. As requested in the question, advised in the question, I used grid layout, and then with the help of grid layout, I put one row and two columns. Why? Okay, I will show you. So over here, I added, so I used so I thought that from the apparently it looked like this could be three panels, right? One panel for these checkboxes, one for the text fields and the labels, one for the buttons, right? So over here seems like we are using, according to the question paper, the design in the question paper, we're using two columns, only one row. Okay, and over here we're using two columns, two rows. It's gone. Oh, yes, okay. So, and over here, we're using three rows and one column. So, this is the panel I add according to the design I created. I created three panels, added the buttons and labels and text fields in that way. Now comes the last part, the frame. I created the frame, I set the layout according to it. Okay. So for the frame, these are three columns because three panels are being rows, right? I thought these can be three columns, they can be one row. This is the design I thought of. And then there comes the gap. I was successfully able to put some horizontal gap between these values. This worked. So yeah, I got the horizontal gap. And yeah, there's no meaning for the vertical gap because there's nothing above, right? Nothing is below 2. These are only one row. Okay, so same thing, I added the panels according to the design I created. I set the title of align as shown in the question, and I added the width and height to accommodate all the data over here. So when width is lower, this snap to grid and show grid becomes invisible. Dot dot comes and now it gets little bit shown. So I did that, and I also added this thing for exit on close because it doesn't close otherwise if we don't put this. If you click on the cross button, it doesn't close it. And this one is there for set visible because it isn't visible if it is not the frame. To make the frame visible, you have to add that. So thank you very much, Professor. uh, have a really nice day. Thank you. Bye.